we're always taught like it's one career you have to have for your life, and that's not true.
Yeah.
Right? You can't afford to adapt and to change. It's a simple career. And
Yeah.
they make it look like you have to stick to this career because if you shift, oh my God.
You're going to ruin your life.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. Are you crazy?
Yeah, like don't do that.
Midlife crisis.
Right. Don't stick to a profession because somebody said that this is how it's supposed to be. Don't stick to a profession if you don't feel like you're aligned with it. If you don't feel like this is what I want for me anymore, because your ideas can change.
So guys, let me reintroduce. That's right, guys. We have Sarah Chronicles inside with us today. Hey, Sarah.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Sarah, it's been a minute.
It has, but it has been a good
minute.
A good minute.
Uh-huh.
Let people know a little bit more about Sarah Chronicles, because it's not really just a brand, but it's a movement grounded in mindset healing and life transformation. Because truth is, Steva, many of us when we were growing up, we were raised and taught to be strong, tough it out, hide your struggles,
Right.
downplay your dreams, don't tell anybody else. You know, you have a dream, somebody will tell you those things are going to come to pass, focus on something else.
Yeah.
Right? Push for it. And we were not necessarily taught how to build confidence from within. And I personally, firsthand, know what it feels like to question your worth, to delay your dreams, and wonder if success is meant for you, if it's meant for somebody else. And you're watching on this cookie cutter picture that they tell you, go to school, get a good education, get a good paying job.
Right.
That's normally, oh yeah, and get married and have kids, and everybody's supposed to follow that. You don't really hear be an entrepreneur, you don't hear follow your dreams. It's really when you get into adulthood is when these conversations happen. But when you're growing up, you don't really hear that kind of support, that kind of mantra given to you as a child. You would hear, you know, do these things, or everybody in your family is a doctor, you have to be a doctor too. Like, you cannot come with any other idea other than I have to be a doctor, or I have to be a nurse. Like, we are a medical family. So why you want to be an artist, but we are a medical family? You understand what I'm saying?
Got you. It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So because of all of that, I want to kind of break the stigma with that and let everybody realize that you can shape your future. It's not cut out for you by anybody else but yourself and God. That's about it. Your vision is yours, and that's the voice and the movement behind Sarah Chronicles. It's having you own your dreams, own your life, go after the things that you want. Don't get stuck in your head. We find ways to get you out of your head. Because a lot of people that you meet, you get people that probably was a nurse for how many years, and then when you turn and you realize they're a chef now, and you're wondering like, yes,
Yes.
because you're like, but didn't I see that girl at VHO I saw at OKEU? Like, I didn't know, you know?
You know, I'm seeing that a lot lately. You'll think that when they go back to school, some of them in a job for a number of years, when they go back to school, you would think that it's to further their career in that specific field. But
Right.
it's a whole field change. You know, a totally different field.
Yes. And you'll be like, but I remember that nurse. You'd say nurse, but nurse not a nurse now.
Nurse is not a nurse
Nurse
anymore.
is a chef. Nurse is a teacher. Nurse is something else. And you're like, you just didn't see that. That's because, one, we're always taught like it's one career you have to have for your life, and that's not true.
Yeah.
Right? You can't afford to adapt and to change. Your taste change. Even you eat the same food every day, that's not realistically, no. You will get tired of it.
As much as I like a ramen, I cannot do that every day. I'm sorry.
You will get tired of it. You get tired of your routine. Sometimes you get tired of following the same patterns. It's a simple career. And
Yep.
they make it look like you have to stick to this career because if you shift, oh my God.
You're going to ruin your life.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. Are you crazy?
Yeah, like don't do that.
Midlife crisis.
Right. And then sometimes you thought the person was flourishing as a nurse, and then you see them in that chef era and you've seen a different kind of glow. And that's because they now found something that lights them up. They're
Right.
passionate about. And maybe they were passionate about being a nurse, but there's just something different about them in the kitchen and the cooking and putting all the flavors together.
Right.
So don't stick to a profession because somebody said that this is how it's supposed to be. Don't stick to a profession if you don't feel like you're aligned with it. If you don't feel like this is what I want for me anymore, because your ideas can change. Your ideas can change. And another thing that I find that is not spoken about, and we say that a lot, Steve, because I've said it a million times. I have a lot on my mind. I know you said it too.
Guilty.
I have a lot on my mind. And we say that as an expression just to try to describe how we're feeling. And to be honest, that is actually backed by science. Because according to neuroscience, the average person has 60,000 thoughts per day. 60,000. So if as you sit down there, you're thinking you have 5 things on your mind that you're worrying about,
Those are the things that are to the top of the
they,
list.
they are at the top of the list. They have, like they just say, out of the 5, you have 55,000 other things just running.
So that's the average person.
The
65,000.
average person.
So how many things does an overthinker?
The over-
What? I'm so sorry for us.
Let me tell you. So just imagine there's a lot going on mentally, and that's why I started Terror Chronicles, because there's a lot of things that's not spoken about. And whilst you have 60,000 thoughts a day, 75% of those thoughts are negative. 75%.
It's true.
75%, that's a high number. And 95% of them are repetitive. So after they're negative, they're repetitive. And that's what really gets overthinkers stuck too. Because after you having all these thoughts, you're having the same thoughts twice. Like that's all you're thinking about.
Twice minimum.
Yes. And then in addition to that, more than half of them are negative. So it's really easy to get stuck in your head. And it literally can make and break the decisions that you make with your life. This highlights the power of our mind in shaping our experiences and shaping our realities and shaping our lives. And when I studied that and I realized the depths of that, is more than just surface saying, okay, I have a lot on my mind. No, logically, you do have a lot on your mind.
Wow.
You do.
You know, there is this image. When you see that, there's this image that comes to mind of this guy, really scrawny body with a huge head, and the head falls over, tilts over.
Oh yes, yes, I've seen that. I've seen that.
one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what comes to mind when you see that.
Yes. You have a lot on your mind, and if you don't actually deal with that, you can be stuck in that cycle of overthinking, procrastination, because overthinking is really just a fancy way to see procrastination. Because when you're overthinking, you're not making a decision, and no decision is still a decision, and you choose to be stuck.
Yeah, sure.
Whether you want to admit it or not, you're kind of choosing to be stuck.
Speaking from experience, yeah.
Yeah. So getting into neurocoaching, getting into what I do, understanding the neuroscience behind the mind and how it works, it's your patterns and your behaviors. It's so fascinating and frightening at the same time. Because hearing somebody tell you're having 60,000 thoughts today, you'll be saying, what are they saying? I can only recall 2 things. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning, you understand?
Yeah.
Or I just forget things so much. So what is she talking about? These are all the unconscious thoughts that just keep going. Your mind is always working. And even if you yourself try to forget, force yourself to forget, it's always still working. So all kind of thoughts are rooted, and then we have people with limiting beliefs, and you know how they say things manifest or things come to pass when it's being said, or boy, that boy mother always say he would have amount to nothing, and he amount to nothing for true. It's not really that your mother manifested that for you, you know, like she decided this is your story, but what she said played a big part in your success for true, because it is one of the thoughts that you have in your mind. So if you're coming to achieve something, you're going to hear your mother voice saying, boy, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. So guess what? You sabotage. You sabotage. You unintentionally sabotage.
Because you love your mother so much that you want to make her what she said come true.
And not even that alone, you know, it's just the fact that you figure that's a truth. So you figure that's somebody that loves you and cares for you, and that's what they say about you, so you figure it's a truth. And every time you get close to success, you sabotage. Because your brain always wants to be right. So it thought right now is your mother saying, boy, you're not going to amount to nothing. So one time, all your big dreams, all your goals, everything that's flourishing, you probably get yourself into a managerial position. Never thought you would reach there. You reach to that point and you're making, like they say, careless people. But yet still you have nothing to show for it. You're sabotaging yourself. You're not saving, you're not investing, you're not doing anything. Because for one, you didn't believe you could have reached there. And now that you're there, you haven't managed your mindset yet. You're still holding on to the thoughts that your mother gave you, the things that you were told when you were little. So it's still influencing your behaviors and your patterns. And then you'll say, boy, somebody, these people probably do something on me, or I don't know why I self-sabotage. I don't know why everything gets good. I have to always mess it up. Most times it's tied back to self-beliefs. It's tied back to things that people have said to you that stays on your mind. So there's a saying that say, you never know how long something you said stays on somebody's mind. That is factual.
Right.
You can carry that at every stage that you go.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. And even if you forget it, but even if you say something to me and I forget what you've said for the next few minutes or the next few days, it pops back up.
It does. It does. It does. And it comes out at different times. So when you're doing the mindset work, that's why I always say success starts in the mind. It really does. So it's about stripping away any negative beliefs that you have, because they're called negative and limiting beliefs for a reason. If your mind is screaming no, the rest of your body is going to respond to what your mind says.
Yeah.
So it's trying to get yourself clear on all the chaos that's going on the inside. Trying to get yourself clear and feel like, you know what? I deserve this. And you have to believe that you deserve this, not just say that I deserve it. So we do clarity exercises to pull back to understand you. And I feel like a lot of us don't know who we are. And I'm not expecting you to be able to say, okay, you know all of those things about yourself. But you can identify some thought patterns. You can identify some behaviors that you know maybe not benefiting you. Yeah. And you're not sure why you still do it. Then it starts back from in the mindset. So we need to figure out, we need to figure out the root of what's going on. What's causing you to self-sabotage? What's causing you to hold back? Why don't you believe that you can be successful? Oh, yeah. Steve, why are you so quiet now? A while ago you were so engaged.
No.
Why are you silent now? I don't
know,
understand.
because I am just thinking about one of the distractions that has had me a little it had me for a little while, but I had to get myself out of it, and climbing out of it was very difficult because it had already become a serious habit, so I had to sit down with myself and decide doing this is going to ruin your life. And I think a lot of people right now are going through the same thing. These Chinese dramas that keep popping up on the screen
on Facebook. Always a story, yes. I tend to see them too.
Oh my gosh. And can we talk about rage baits? Like, ooh, you know what I'm talking about? You ever saw any of them?
No, I haven't seen that, but I've seen the Chinese ones.
That's good for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because like I got caught watching one and I was like, oh. And from the time I watched that one and I hit the like button, the algorithm was like, you like this.
Yes,
and
it just show you more. Yes,
it kept popping up. So then that became one of my bad habits, that I had to sit down and just pull myself out of it mentally, physically. And then all the other things came afterwards. So I started blocking the different sites and, So I'm back on the right path, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I put in the work.
You did. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
No little clap. No, nothing.
Sorry. Let me clap for you. Yes, all right. Good job. Good job. And if you're listening and you've experienced that cycle of what we're talking about, being stuck in your head, having a lot on your mind, and you feel like you want to gain some clarity, I have an exercise for you that you can try. So it's called a brain dump.
Oh.
Right? Now, overthinking, being stuck in your head, having a lot in your mind, it thrives in cluster. So when you say have a lot on your mind giving you more things to have on your mind. You're not trying to take you out of whatever it is, because you already say you have a lot, so here you go. Take it.
Right.
Here is a lot. So instead of trying to sort everything out in your head, because realistically, you're not even aware of the 60,000 thoughts. You can only think of 5 things. So how are you going to sort the rest that you're not even conscious of? Yeah. So what you could do is grab a notebook, paper and pen. I know everybody have paper and pen. You cannot tell me the world gets so digital you don't even know what a paper is. You know what? That's fine. There is notes. Every phone has a notes folder. Or if you have a laptop, a desktop, open a Word document, something blank. Yes, thank you.
I can open WhatsApp.
No, Steva. No. Although somebody said, I think WhatsApp now you can send messages to yourself.
Yes.
Do that. Yeah, but no, we're not doing that for the brain dump. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't trust ourselves.
What?
No, that's not. Okay, never mind.
Having a conversation by herself.
Okay, sorry. Okay,
right?
I have my notepad.
And I want you to write down every thought. So every fear, every idea. No, you're not going to end up writing 60,000 things. They are the ones, remember, 95% of them are repetitive. Remember that.
Right.
So it's not really 60,000 thoughts you're writing. 95 of these things is the same things you're saying over and over again in the 60,000. Yeah. So you just keep saying the same thing, most likely different ways. Once it's repetitive. So I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough again. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So it's repetitive in the 60,000. But there will be a couple of thoughts that are the same out of the 95. So that 5% is what we're focusing on right now.
Okay.
Right? And write down every fear, every idea, every question, every emotion that you're experiencing right now. So whether it's frustration, sadness, anger,
hunger.
Right? Without judgment. With that, I have to emphasize on that part, without judgment, because sometimes we can be our biggest critic. So those that writing and say that magic, I think, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Right now, we're not trying to categorize nothing. We're trying to empty your mind. Literally dump it all out on the people. Okay. The only thing that should be left on your mind is the fact that, oh my God, I cannot believe Sarah had me writing all that shit. Yeah, that's the only thought, the consistent thought that should remain.
Okay.
Right? After you have dumped it all out and your mind is empty, it's time now we're going to start to sort. All right? And we have 3 categories.
Okay.
One is urgent. Things that need your attention now. So in your dump, you'll identify what's actually urgent. Things that need your attention immediately, like the hunger you talk about. Yeah. That's urgent. You cannot stay hungry. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hold on, let me place an order there. I'm going to let them know. Life coach Sarah said,
yeah, I cannot stay hungry.
Let's go.
The second one is important. So these are things that matter, but they can wait.
Okay.
And then the third thing is let go. Things that you can let go of. Burdens that are not really yours. That's other people own, other people thoughts, other people worries you come and decide to pick up as yours.
Yeah.
Right? Things that's really not that serious. For example, you probably bought the bus this morning. You say morning, nobody don't answer, you still carrying that on your chair. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go, Steve. Why are you still mad? At what time is it? At 4 o'clock in the afternoon because somebody didn't answer your money on the bus? Let that go.
Yeah.
Let that go. Yes?
I know the girl for so many years. I tell a girl good morning. She's not saying nothing.
Steve?
No? Okay.
Let that go.
We're not
Let that go. Chances I don't know nobody on the bus. Maybe the people on the bus in their own world.
It's true because everyone is
They're dealing through their own stuff.
Yeah.
So tell me why is the ending of the day and we're still talking about you being mad because you said morning this morning at 7 o'clock on the bus and nobody don't answer you. Why? 10 hours later we're still venting about that. Yeah.
So much so that you have to go and call your life coach.
Yeah. And complain and tell me, Sarah, I am so mad. And then we're there venting about that. No, let that go. Let that go. Let that go. That really don't deserve to be on your mind. That really don't deserve to be a worry. That really don't deserve to be weighted on your body.
Right.
For what? Because you might come tomorrow morning and say morning and then the people on that bus not decide to answer morning. It finished already. What Katela say today is a new day. Give thanks for that. Today is a new day. So we have our 3 categories. The let go one is an important one for me. So you all will realize you have to be honest with yourself. Realize what you that really doesn't need to burden you, something that you should not really be putting in your mind.
So you have any tips for letting go?
This doesn't deserve my energy. That's what I do. That's what I tell myself.
You want to know what I tell myself?
What did you just say?
Wait. Wait. And then,
okay, so Steva is to say wait 600 times
yes,
and then a deep breath.
the deep breath is gone.
Because realistically, things are going to offset you. But the purpose of the letting go is realizing what really is worth your time and energy.
It's true.
All right? So when I realized that this thing is still bothering me, I have to be like, okay, Sarah, this is not worth it. Like, seriously? You're still so mad about that this morning? Yeah. So that's what goes in the let go category. Now that we have the 3 categories, I want you to pick a small action, right, that you can take to get started on something in the urgent category, which is something that you should do now. So, for example, Steva said that she's going to place an order, right, for to get food. So that's something for urgent. You realize your urgent list. If you like Steva and you don't eat it, you're hungry, try and go and whether you make a phone call, whether you call somebody, whether you do a delivery. Check on your stomach.
Whether you drink a cup of water.
No, we're not drinking a cup of water. Okay. You need to eat, Steva.
Okay, sorry.
Let me give the advices.
Okay, yes. Listen to
that. Yeah, I saw the video that said, look at me. I'm the captain now.
Right.
I'm the captain.
Right.
Okay. I'm the captain now. Listen to me. Yes. Right? So take one small action. Now, if it's like hunger, then you can complete it. But if it's something complicated, let's say something that needs your attention, now maybe like a project, a work task, or something that's demanding. So maybe you need to respond to several emails. I don't ask you to complete nothing. I just want you to start. You are human. The purpose of this whole exercise is to make you feel less overwhelmed. So not when you realize what's urgent, you decide you want to go in Energizer Bunny role, and then you want to do everything on the urgent list. That is not, Steva, I feel like that's how you had processed it. I just feel like that's how you had No, Steva.
No.
That's not how you're doing it.
No, we're not doing that anymore.
No, we're not doing that. And I think we just tend to forget that we are human. And we need breaks. And you need to process things out. Time is an illusion. It's going to keep going regardless. You're going to control time. So you can stick to your circle of control. We've done the brain dump. We've gotten things out of your head. They're now on paper. we have categorized them. So now we know you're already, for that simple act, you already reduce the mental noise, because why? It's no longer in your head, it's on paper. You reduce the mental load because you're not carrying it in your head, that's weighing on your shoulders, it's on the paper. All right? And it creates a space for clarity, because now you have the 3 categories and you realize what you should really put your focus on. Because it's easy to lose focus when you feel like everywhere is grabbing you.
Sure.
When you sit in your mind and you have all those thoughts and think out, okay, I have this to pay, I have this to do, I have this place to shop, I have to do all of that tomorrow. No. It means when you do the categories, you will realize what's really urgent, which is what needs attention now. And chances are, all what you feel like is grabbing you doesn't need your attention now.
Sure.
All right? It can go into important, which is something that can wait. And then the same things that are pulling you, they have things that you could let go of in that process there. We're all about reducing our mental stress as a purpose of it. Because if you master your mindsets, you can master every other angle of your life once you get it right? And mindset shift starts with small intentional actions. Small intentional, that's why you have to do the 1 step. Steve, did you put the order for you? I see you pick up the phone. And we live on air. And you cannot be a false prophet live on air. Yeah, you cannot tell the people to listen to the coach, do that stuff, and then you live on air. I hear in your belly, Steve. Send a message.
Okay. Message sent.
Thank you. All right. It's about choosing progress over perfection. And there is a picture, so I don't know if you've seen it, and it said, do it first and perfect it afterwards. It was like a circle. So the circle wasn't like whole, but they were like, do it first, and then you can always perfect it, along the way or whatnot. But getting started is the thing. And that's what I want everybody to do, is to get started. Because you're not, like they say, you're not born an overthinker. You're not born a procrastinator. If I have to go back to your childhood stuff, you were not quitting. You was not giving up. You know how many times you fall before you learn how to walk, what you're walking now? How many times this toy was giving you, this game you was playing, and then you kept trying? It's just things that we experience. Something happened along the way that caused us to develop those mental blocks. But they're not permanent. They're not permanent. You're not an overthinker for the rest of your life, and that's just what it is. No. You're not a procrastinator, and that's just how the life is. That's how life is set up for me. That's how I know it. No. That is not how it is. And since you're already in that space, if you're following me on Instagram, which you should be, or on Facebook, on Instagram is Sarah Chronicles _ and Facebook is Sarah Joseph. I have a free resource. So it's an ebook. I have mine printed, but there's the digital copy. So this ebook is called Mastering You, a self-discovery workbook to unlock mental clarity, confidence, and balance. So, Steve, I'll be gifting you that copy.
Oh.
And inside, you will learn the power of self-worth. You will do a self-awareness. Let me give you a little snippet. A self-awareness exercise. You have your personal values. You'll identify toxic behaviors. Vision board planning. You learn about self-love and self-acceptance, self-care habits. There's a self-care challenge, how to avoid burnout, self-confidence boosts, affirmations, gratitude, and so much more in that little book. There is a 7-day self-care challenge on there. 7-day self-care challenge. So for 7 days, you need to record the things that you do. So it's going to hold you accountable.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a checklist. Did you make your bed? Did you go for a walk? Did you drink some water? Right? So you might go through the first day and realize, you say, wow, I don't take nothing on the page.
And no lying. We will,
no, yeah.
The book will know.
You take nothing on the page, and just realizing that you didn't do those simple self-care habits, guess what? Tomorrow you're going to try again. So there is another page for you to try on. This time now you're going to be more conscious and be like, okay, it's almost like I need to tick this off my list. So make sure you drink some water. You make sure you go to bed. You'll make sure you take breaks. You make sure that you pay attention to yourself. That's what the book is supposed to do. So the challenge is going to keep you accountable. When you set your goals, we have a goal tracker in the ebook. So when you set the goal, we write the goal. What is Monday's goal? How do you feel on Monday? Did it get done? Did you not do it? Now, based on your feelings, you could see and you can identify patterns with that tracker. Because if on Monday you say you was feeling horrible, so you didn't achieve the goal. Tuesday you were feeling happy, you achieved the goal. Wednesday you're feeling horrible, you don't achieve the goal. Thursday you was happy, you achieved the goal. We already identify a pattern, which is based on your mood, you determine whether or not you succeed for the day, whether or not your goals get done. So this little book will help you identify some of your habits.
Okay.
And also, it's almost like my voice helping you stay on track. Also, when you're setting goals, there is a goal setting part on there where it helps you identify the SMART goals. So make your goals specific, make them measurable, make them achievable, make them relevant, put a timestamp on them. So we're not just saying, okay, I want to exercise, and we just write that and we tick that off. No. I want to exercise, yes. When do I want to exercise? How will I exercise? What is the time I can allocate to exercise? So you will need to answer that in there. Also, it will identify some habits that you have. There's a column that says 7 red flags in you. We can always identify red flags in other people. Yeah. We can always identify red flags in other people. Check on you first. Check on you first. Check on you first. Identify any red flags that you may have. After identifying it, it will give you tips on how to overcome it. But then you'll become self-aware of what they are. So you can be like, okay, that's a bad habit. This is how Sarah said I can improve it. Let me try. All right. You talk about your personal values, identify things that you actually like, that you want and you expect from other people. For example, loyalty. You figure I'm a loyal person. So part of my personal values is loyalty. I expect, my spouse, my friends, my circle to be loyal too. Identify the things that you want. So this book is not the fluff on the internet and you follow whatever some guru say, because I don't know guru. I have my degrees to back up what I'm saying. This is not all fluff.
Right.
There's no guru telling you no. That's you and your thoughts and you being honest. If you are honest, you'll reap all the benefits. All the benefits from the book. And you will be one step closer in understanding you.
Okay.
Yes. And in addition to that, if you figure I'm past the book phase and I want to get coaching, I offer coaching. We do one-on-one coaching. Right. We have the power hour where we sit for an hour and we go deep. Yeah, we go deep in that hour. And then we have the mental reset program, which is a level up times 7 program. That one is, as it says, mental reset. We tackle every different angle of your life. Emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, financial. So it's a deep dive to every single area to remove mental blocks and to help you flourish in every area. At the end of the resets, you're a whole new person.
Fresh out the pack.
Fresh out the pack. In the words of my client, living your best life. Because That's what she said. I'm living my best life.
Good.
She said that 30 days after the program. I check on her again 60 days later. She's still living her best life. I don't think that high will go. Because she has, it's a level of liberation and freeness that you get.
Right.
When you realize who you are. So as I'm giving you guys the tools and the stuff, I want to let you know that you are not broken. You are not too far behind to succeed, and you are not too late for your dreams. There's no timestamp on it. You are in control. And what's my saying, Steva? What's my saying?
You are the CEO of your life.
Ah! At least you just pay attention, you're lucky.
I have ideas when I bright,
All right. Big up yourself.
Bigger.